And he talks about give me dumb brain like she's never had no education. Hi, this is Bruce Rivers, board certified criminal defense lawyer here in Minneapolis. We are doing a shout out today to a Patreon subscriber, Marcus. Marcus has requested young Pappy, Killa. So we're going to do a reaction today to that, and we'll tell you about some other stuff that we're doing on Twitter, on Patreon, and on YouTube. So without further ado, here's young Pappy, Killa.
Switch. I got two cussing August, why that mixtape too official. Got two of everything, two watches, two chains, and two pistols, not just.
He's got two of everything, and he seems like a pretty fortunate fella to have two of everything.
Pistol, two crystal, extend those longer than pencil. Fuck you, me. I go off my team. Boy, fuck you, dog, nigga. I rock designer, sorry, this shit costs. I don't know what the fuck you bought, so you not from over there, but you over there. You getting whack, and fuck you low. I done turned to the savage, this shit I got dope. All I hate with this killers, I ain't never got.
So, I think we're running into a situation where we have a bunch of people making a video who probably are ineligible to possess firearms. And I'm just guessing here.
Oh, my squad go crazy. I want Shotty go crazy. No, the boss folks crazy. If he told me 3-8, I dare nigga try to play.
He talks about a 380. 380 is actually a fairly small handgun. Does go boom boom, but it's a smaller handgun.
Like he lazy, but shine for none. They put a nigga on parole, see I couldn't walk around no guns. Well, you can ask bro, no, they'll tell you about phone them. I have niggas see me and they run.
So he's saying that he's on parole. So it means he's saying he can't have a gun. But when people see him, they still flee because they know that he's dangerous and probably strapped anyway.
I got it open, and I can run to my home. I'm just riding around by my lonely. But she just called saying you wanna ride with me. So I put him in the back, and I'm talking back and running, and that bitch go, send me automatic and took off a nigga back. I wish a nigga would try run up on back. Yeah, I can fight. I run out strap, I run out bowling, nigga. Gotta keep a ball on me, nigga. I'm too low for a nigga. How you get come for a bowler, nigga? And you home already, Lord knows.
And when you're known, that's a problem because if you're too known, first of all, cops know who you are. Cops, especially with gang stuff, they keep a list of people, and you can be riding down the street and they'll stop you just because you are who you are. Here he says how you got caught for a pole. A pole in this means a gun or a firearm. Little N-word. And you home already. Lord knows you done already told on an African American, as he uses the other word. But anyway, what he's talking about is somebody who gets arrested for a gun, and then all of a sudden they're home already. What does that mean? It means they're a snitch. And I really try to make it a practice not to represent snitches.
You catch on the ball where it's cold, you can pose a nigga, need a sweater or a cola, nigga. No sense in humor, but if you walk away on broke, little nigga, I laugh at that joke, little nigga, with your funny ass.
Fake ass shows up, bummy ass. I can't go long way for selling dolly bags. Now I'm getting money bags.
I have to say, I do like the sampling of Killer Queen because the dynamite with the laser beam kind of gives you a different context, especially with regard to this piece of art here.
I'm smoking no mess, flash keep me out like I'm rolling out the Adderall. I be busting, my squad ain't for nothing. Let my Nina talk, cause she don't like the skull. A couple face shots, couple shots to his stomach. His brains oozing out, that shit look like some vomit. Somebody get his ass up. Ambulance pick his ass up. He's dead on the right road, there's no point of trying to knock on his stitches. That's up, boys are over with. BBG who I'm rolling with. But you already know that shit, they pay homage like they owe that shit. I see you got a gun.
He's talking about one of his homies getting shot, and it's just too many of these guys getting shot.
I don't shit till you blow that bitch. I was a scared man, I be dead man, fuck your head man, try to get high to red man. Back so loud, I hear what you said, man. You would never see me down, talk to the feds, man. Fuck what a nigga heard.
See what he's saying? He's saying that you'll never see me down talking to the feds. In other words, there's no way I'll be a snitch. When somebody talks a lot about not being a snitch, sometimes they are, but I have no idea about this. But he says he wouldn't be one.
I'm just trying to get in town like a third. Ride around with my bitch smoking her. Got 2 twin 40s, that's the only thing he's down her. Hell no, I ain't smart. I'ma let this bitch blow. Well, I get your bitch back, so you let that shit go. Last time I did, well, I let that bitch know. Hell yeah, I got a bitch, so I let my bitch know. Cause there's levels to this shit. Rules, regulations, give me dumb brain like she never had no education. You ain't.
All right, now, he seems to be fascinated with somebody performing, oral sex on him, evidently. And he talks about, give me dumb brain like she's never had no education. I gotta start over. Oh my god. Okay. He talks about giving me dumb brain. Oh, this is so funny. All right. He talks about giving me, let's see, what does he say? Because it's level to this shit, rules, regulations. She gave me dumb brain like she never had no education. Now, in the verse just before that, he talks about, I let her suck my dick, whatever. And in this verse, he talks about give me dumb brain. Dumb means a lot, like just an insane amount. Brain is another reference to oral sex. And like she had never had any education, so he's very excited about that, it seems.
Kill nothing, boy, I see you hesitate. Shoot with your eyes closed, fucking do it, meditate. Boy, if you scared, go to church, read Revelation. Quick to blow, thank the Lord, I got better patience. Niggas know, boy, I be high in elevation. Go to church, then you got sold to a celebration.
There they talking about smoking into a celebration. A lot of times when somebody dies, they'll name their weed after the person that died and then smoke them up, and it's supposed to be a sign of disrespect. So Marcus, that one was for you. That's young Pappy, Killa, and I hope you enjoyed it. Now, just remember, we're on Twitter. We are on Patreon now, and we've got almost 50,000. We need to get that up there. So keep an eye out on the Twitter, because we're going to announce kind of ahead of time, what we got coming up. And sometimes I'll have a big case. Might announce something like that, but probably not. But we're also going to be commenting on the George Floyd case coming up, because that trial starts March 8th. So if you have any inclination to subscribe, we'd love to have you. Comment. We want to know what you think. We're looking at possibly doing a podcast and expanding what we're doing here, so we'd really like to know what you would like for content. This has been Bruce Rivers, board certified criminal lawyer reacts.